Hey there guys, and welcome to another episode of the Sunday Shred. This week I'll be taking you on a walk around of Test the Best 2017, a bike expo that takes place in Guadalajara just outside of Madrid. Right, so the plan originally, guys, just to let you know what the crack is, I've been here since yesterday. I've test rode two bikes. I've test rode a Trek and a Mondraker. And yeah, it's been fine, but the temperature, I don't know if you can make this out, but let's see if we can see that. The temperature at this moment in time is saying between 35, 37, 38 degrees. And yeah, even though I live in Spain, so I've climatized to a degree, we live in the mountains and it's way cooler. It's like 20, 25 degrees there at the moment and nowhere near as dry a heat as it is here. I've only did one test ride yesterday instead of two. I'm only gonna do one test ride today instead of two, because with Mondraker you end out in a group of people, like 20 people on like a guided ride, and the test track here isn't brilliant anyway, but when you're in a group of people it makes it even worse. So you just end out spending, like earlier on in this morning's test ride, I probably didn't get any sort of really decent footage or a real feel for the bike, because you're held up by people all the time on a pretty crap track. So I've got no interest really, even though I've got a pretty sick bike booked for this afternoon. The Mondraker Foxy XR I think it is, or XX, it's a really nice bike, but I've just got no interest in spending an hour cycling sort of 4 miles on a pretty crap test track in like 37, 38, 39 degrees of heat. It was just kind of misery earlier on. It wasn't very much fun at all. So what I'm going to do instead is I was going to do this anyway, but we'll have a walk around the event. I'll show you what's good about it. I'll show you what's bad about it. Yeah, so let's get into it. Scott stand, sick bikes in there. Well, welcome to Test the Best 2017. This is even quieter than when I was here earlier. Hola, is it okay to film? Is it okay to do pictures of the bikes? Sí. Le daremos ahora mismo los trofeos a José Luis Rebollo, Álvaro Sánchez y Jaime Ortega. Is it okay? Yeah, he has a good
Instagram, but I'll follow him on YouTube.
Oh yeah, he's good on YouTube.
Do you live here? No.
I live in Sierra Nevada.
You have an own channel or no? You don't?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. I only started 2 months ago.
Okay. What's the name?
Reluctant. I'll show you.
You have a car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks very much.
Okay.
And I'll check out the website. Yeah.
Nice to
Thanks.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Hi, man.
Cheers, buddy. Road bikes. See if I get welcomed at the Canyon stand. Hola. Okay to film? Is it okay?
El tramo cronometrado de la subida en el kilómetro 75. Pues ahí está el pelotón.
Hola. Hot. Sorry, I don't speak No español.
This is for when?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
a weekend, only for a weekend.
Okay.
So, do you live in Spain?
I do, yes, yeah.
Okay. So, you have to, right?
It's okay. Okay, I have one similar. A bit older, but
So,
similar.
I think you
I don't need for a weekend.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Esa no, ¿eh? Esa no se prueba.
Nice bike. It's the best one there, eh?
No, aquí esto es white. Nada más que esta es una infiltrada que se ha metido aquí.
Beautiful.
Muy buenas.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
see.
Absolutely free.
It's a shame, eh? I was just talking to some other guys.
Yeah.
This event used to be in the mountains.
Yes.
Fuck.
But they've been, it's national park, so they've been
Dicks.
arguing with the
Yeah.
authorities about the impact and it's a nightmare.
Yeah,
It's too hot.
Yeah, it's too hot. Yeah,
Yeah.
the track is
Too open. Yeah.
track is bad.
Yeah.
Also, I find it strange how you can't. There's nowhere to go and get something to eat.
Yeah, you can eat it just there.
Oh, in
There's a shopping mall there.
Oh, in the shopping mall.
Yeah.
Ah,
And the
okay.
second floor is full of restaurants.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. It's a shame, eh? So this is why it's so quiet, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
I think it's the weather. It's too hot.
Too hot it is. Yeah. Yeah. So this is one of your high-end bikes,
Another
T130.
one on top of that.
On top of that.
With the XX1.
How much is that?
4,600. It's not bad.
No, that's not bad.
Bike, full carbon frame,
Yeah, yeah.
lifetime guarantee on the,
The-
bearings.
The back triangle is carbon as well.
No, it's
Not
aluminium
carbon.
because
Yeah.
we
See.
have a system that usually the bearing they do like quarter of a turn, always forward and back.
See.
We have an axle that returns, so always the bearing is moving forward, so they do the full round,
Okay.
and they are sealed with solid grease.
Ah, okay. So you
We
can't.
have no maintenance and lifetime guarantee on the bearings.
Oh, okay. Wow. Thanks very much, mate.
Thank you.
So yeah, guys, that's Test the Best 2017. I don't want to be too hard on it because I've just spoke to a few guys and they said that the event basically used to take place in the mountains near here. Apparently it's really good riding in the mountains near Madrid. That's where they used to do the event, but the local kind of national park wardens basically closed them down on the Sunday last year, which is kind of halfway through the event, which is no good. So that's why they're doing it this year here in Guadalajara. And talking to the guys, it's just way too hot here. So there's, as you can see from me walking around there, even though it's kind of siesta time, lunchtime, there's no one here really. And that's primarily because it's so hot. It's like 37, 38 degrees. Who wants to ride a mountain bike in 37, 38 degrees? When you drop down into the test track over there, you end out in like this heat bowl, like low ground where there's no wind, no nothing. You're just kind of in a bowl of heat. It's horrible. And yeah, my kind of things with the place is, I've just spoke to a guy and he said that there's a shopping centre just there where there's places to eat, but in the actual expo itself, there's not really that many places where you can get something to drink and something to drink and something to eat, which to me is ridiculous because there's three things you need to keep human beings in one spot for more than 3 or 4 hours. and that's somewhere to get something to drink, somewhere to get something to eat, and somewhere to go to the toilet. And they've just not nailed that for me. So I'm a little bit disappointed with the event, not by the turnout of the manufacturers. They're here in really good form, got really good fleet of bikes with all of them. But yeah, we'll talk a bit more about it in a minute, I think. Okay guys, well that was Test the Best 2017. Yeah, I learned a lot about the event while walking around, so I'm going to try and not be too much of a stereotypical negative kind of Englishman about the whole thing. It had some good points, but unfortunately it's kind of disappointing to travel 6 hours and kind of be greeted by that. At a bike expo, this is my first ever bike expo, but with any expo I used to go to some motorbike expos, and you've got to get certain things right. At this kind of expo, i.e. a cycling expo, you've got to get something right. You've either got to have a really good venue with food and drink and stuff to do, and if you can't manage that, you've got to have a good test track so as people can really demo bikes. They never nailed that on either front, and the reason for that is because they've had to move the event because of this issue that they had up in the mountains. So my kind of closing thoughts on the events is that I learned that they had a food court in this shopping centre that's next to me, but that seems stupid to me to say to people, welcome to our expo, we don't actually have food here, but if you just walk down to the shopping centre over there with 300 different shops, if you just take your missuses down there for something to eat and we'll see you back here in an hour, it's just stupid. And on a hot day like today, people will just get in that shopping centre, fill the air conditioning, and that'll be the end of it for the bike expo. So I think that was a stupid mistake on their part. And then just the test track here is just terrible. You really can't get a feel for the bike. So in fact, even though I drove 6 hours to be here, I've got another 2 bike tests booked for tomorrow. I'm not going to bother because the bike test itself is just painful. It's like 40 degrees and it's just not fun. You just end up waiting for people. But I've asked around today, and both of my bikes for tomorrow would be as part of a guided group, and yeah, that's just pish. It's bad enough, the course is bad enough if you can bomb it down the bits that are good, to not even be able to do that because you're part of a queue. Yeah, it just makes it not worth it for me, guys. So yeah, a bit of a bummer. That's the end of my kind of Test the Best 2017 experience. I won't be coming next year unless they do it back in the mountains again, which is apparently what they're trying to do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Sunday Shred. I'll catch you next time on your bikes.